Yes, guys, in this episode I'm going to combine a bit of Dubai with Japan. And I can see you wondering how we're going to do that. I'll tell you in a moment. Through Facebook Marketplace, we managed to get something, namely a blue flocked dashboard. And yes, this is super unique, you don't come across it very often. And that's why we really like installing this in our Honda, because it just makes it even more unique. And I want to thank Full Car Tuning very much for providing a steering wheel. It's a Vigor steering wheel. This is a private label, look at that, and the color match is perfect. Just check the color of the Alcantara, and the blue on the dashboard is just identical. Of course, we're gonna make our Honda a bit cooler in this episode, and why did I say combine Dubai with Japan? Because in Dubai, if you have a standard car, whether it's a supercar or a Nissan Patrol, it doesn't matter. You no longer stand out, you need to be unique by customizing interiors like this. And that really gives it a special look. We also think it's cool to drive a car with a blue dashboard. We've never had that before. And you get a bit of that premium feeling which you actually just have in a Mansory. So, a special edition car that's unique, exclusive, and very expensive. And you'll get that same feeling even in a simple Honda like ours. We'll upgrade performance in the future since we're aiming for 600 horsepower. Unfortunately, we can't do it yet because we're missing an essential part. We've ordered it, but unfortunately it's on back order. It has to come from America, so we'll have to wait for that. Once it arrives, I promise to boost the project to 600 horsepower, just not this episode. I hope it's not too bad and not work related, since replacing a dashboard is very time consuming. So we'll see how it all goes. I'd say let's take apart our dashboard that's lying here on the ground and see where all the screws are hidden. And once we know that, we'll dive into our own Honda to start removing the dashboard there. Guys, the dashboard looks so cool. I'm really hyped to put this in the car later. As you can see, I separated the dashboard from the frame. Yeah, I think there were about 15 or 16 screws in it holding it together.
It wasn't rocket science. I really hope it's going to be just as simple in the car.
Of course, I could just flip the frame over here to get to all the screws, but in the car that's gonna be different. So then I'll have to lie upside down under the dashboard. And I hope I can just easily get that part loose because I don't feel like taking everything apart. We've also added extra cables to the car. Naturally, we have a standalone engine control unit with its own wiring harness. And everything else that comes with it, like for the launch control. Look, this is our standalone engine control unit with our Lambda controller. This is our digital dashboard. Then we also have a GPU in the car. And of course we have our exhaust system, which can be operated with a cover. On the other side we have our launch control buttons, so we've added so many more cables to this car than it originally had. I'm really dreading taking out the dashboard, complete with the frame and everything, because as you can see everything is really attached to the frame part. And here too, look, we're really making progress. Because normally we have an airbag which is right here. Our airbag will likely still show an error since the rest of the car, like the steering wheel, lacks airbags. We have an airbag here that'll be removed soon, so we're making progress, especially with the weight going down. I'm really happy about it. If you're upgrading, you might as well reduce some weight too. So I'm going to roll the car back a bit so I have a bit more light and a bit more space. And then I'll just start dismantling the dashboard. The first thing I'm going to take off is this part. There's also a cable running from the hood to the heater control, which determines how warm or cold the interior temperature will be. And yeah, I just hope I can leave the frame part in place. Because yeah, it's a lot of work if you have to take all of that out. I'm going to loosen all the screws I see, one by one, including those I adjusted on the loose dashboard earlier. And then hopefully, within a few hours, we'll have a new dashboard in our car. What percentage do you estimate the chances are that this will work? Done. Just removing the top part, so that's 50-50-50-50. So actually, it's a small chance. Indeed, if you had said 80%, then I would have thought, well, I'll help you. Now I think we shouldn't do that anymore. Maybe it's better to do everything at once. I don't think so. No, because we have so many extra cables because of the KMS stuff. And that's just really a lot more work, man. Let's try it this way first. This is all very easy. Is that one blue for us? No, those side panels aren't blue. He's going to feel so much better with a dashboard like that. Those ugly peeled airbag covers are gone. I was thinking, Don, about that track steering we have in the BMW now. In the drift car, so it's from AliExpress, and I was watching one of our drift videos the other day. Don, and that steering wheel just looks like a... There's a bump in it. That's not normal. Didn't you see it, Don? No, but I know it's totally loose. Yeah, that's because that steering hub adapter, or whatever you call it, that removable steering part, there's so much play in it. They say buying cheap often costs more in the end. Yeah, we'll definitely remove that from the BMW later. But in this Honda, it's been there since day one, and that's actually a really good quality brand. It's also an original QSP steering wheel, and so we just went for a budget drift build BMW, which is actually parked outside. So did we order everything from AliExpress? Yeah, that's actually true. It's really nice. It also says OMP, but honestly, whether it's actually OMP, I don't know. And this is the play we were talking about, and it also creaks, so we just don't completely trust it. So we're definitely going to take that out, and I also think we're going to put the steering wheel back in there. Look, we actually got a steering wheel from Full Car Tuning to upgrade our interior. And we're super happy with that, because as you know, we're putting in a blue dashboard. And now also a blue steering wheel. Check this out, guys. Wow. And this is actually a steering wheel from Full Car Tuning. Their own brand, so to speak. Well, we got a bolt with it. I also saw a horn button somewhere. But this is gonna be so sick, guys. Check this out. Soon, everything in this thing will be blue. It all just clicks together, guys. Did I remove the battery cover? No, not yet, but that's not really necessary, right? No, I think when you're working with electronics, it's always useful. Bro, should I open the hood? So look at what a gem this is. So this is our K24 Turbo with no less than 366 horsepower, which we're going to tweak up to 600 horsepower. So there will be different exhaust tips and a completely different intercooler piping. Obviously, none of that will fit now. And of course, it will get another dyno session to tune the setup again. Because every time you change something on your engine, you also have to adjust the chip. Because then the fuel-air ratio and things like that just aren't correct anymore. Which means it won't run optimally anymore. So just a guess out of 10, I think. Well then, you can get started safely. You would have been better off starting with that battery pool. But alright, we'll see. Alright, take a look. Are we going to reuse that one, or are we going to use the one from the other? I think we should just use our own. Yeah, because with ours, we know for sure that it works. That's actually a nice one. What is it? Flocked dashboard, I think. Flocked, yeah. It's flocked, so it's not with, what do you call it? It's not Alcantara, it's flocked. Flocking. You actually do it like this. With a certain layer of glue, you basically spray or throw, fabric particles onto it. And that sticks to the glue, and then you get this really nice effect, like a layer of fabric on it. I'm not sure if this is original with a Civic logo, or if they just added one under the flocking. And then the Civic logo comes out, which is pretty funny. I thought it was nice. But have you, Don, have you already told the viewers how much this thing cost? No, so we were in Belgium, in Brussels. Car show with our Honda, because we go to really big car shows a few times a year, where you can meet us. The cars that we build. So keep an eye on our Instagram as well. Twins Television Vlogs if you want to see us or the cars that we build. There we ran into a guy and he said, "Hey, I saw a flocked dashboard for your Honda on Facebook Marketplace, which would be super cool." And yeah, we actually picked it up the very next day, even on the same day. It cost us 50 euros, guys. A whole dashboard in blue, how cool is that? So later, combined with this steering wheel and that dashboard, look at that. It turned out pretty well, right? So then we fixed it. Yeah, so Dansha did fix the dashboard a little bit because it has a few scrapes, scratches, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's a show car, but not a real gem or anything, you know? It's still a race car. We drag race with it occasionally, but we take it to car shows more often. It's definitely getting good use. A scratch on the dashboard isn't a big deal. How are the chances now? Don. Yeah, good, 60%. Yeah, that's going up. It's even 65% already.
I also ordered a new turbo pressure gauge, by the way. Don already knew.
No, the turbo pressure gauge that's in here, it works electronically. Which is really weird. It goes to a separate box from your turbo manifold, or actually from your vacuum section. It goes to a separate box, and that box then controls, this gauge. Which is why I don't actually find it accurate enough. So I actually ordered a different turbo pressure gauge. Let me see where it is. I don't know where it is right now. I think it's upstairs in our storage room, but I'll grab it in a moment. Then we can actually install it right away, since we've already disconnected all the electronics and things like that. I'll just install that one now too. It's already air controlled, not routed to another box, so it moves accurately. So you don't really see this one go into negative bar, while, the other one does. If you let off the gas right away, you see it drop immediately. And this one really just doesn't do that. In the meantime, I found our turbo pressure gauge. It took a bit of searching, but this is it. As I showed, this one has a direct vacuum connection. It's quite nice. This one is too.
An electronic control first connects to a sensor or probe.
So that's just not practical, really. Which also means it's just not accurate enough. When you let off the gas, there's a noticeable delay.
Like I said, 3 upgrades. Turbo pressure gauge, steering wheel, and dashboard in this episode. If all goes well, it should come out. Ta-da!
Hoppa hoppa! There, what a difference. Hey, I was just with Nat. What were you just doing?
Did you take a sticker off the airbag?
That's right, I didn't remove any sticker from the airbag at all. Hoppa bro, there's no airbag underneath.
No. Look then.
That curling cap, where is it from? Maybe we still need to transfer some things. Let me check. Oh no, the air tubes are underneath too. For your stove ventilation. So that's great.
Yeah, eventually we do need to transfer this, because we use it to, put the phone in, which is super convenient.
But other than that, look at this. Super sleek, right? Wow, it's definitely a lot nicer. Much nicer.
Even though it's a bit damaged, but that doesn't bother me. No, do you know why? That's exactly what you send them for.
You won't even notice. This will be awesome, guys. For 50 bucks, what could go wrong? There, need my help.
From the other side?
Yeah, we don't want to damage this one. That's true.
But anyway, I think it was a really smart idea, Don, to just take off the cover. Actually, the dashboard cover.
You understand I'm fastening it with 3 screws now, right?
It doesn't matter for this car, right? It's a race car. I'll just ask later about the screws, then I think I'll be done here.
No, but I'm just wondering, won't that blue show up in your window later? You'll go crazy, but it's still funny. Is it funny you always drive with sunglasses because of the window reflection? That's why dashboards are always blue. Anyway, Zwad, not blue, Zwad. Anyway, just lift it over. Look, oh, you can already see how sick it's gonna look, guys, look. So sick? Those seats definitely need cleaning. They're also a bit dull, but mostly just really dirty. Well, I'm gonna screw everything back together in a split second now. Have you seen my shirt? Nice shirt, man. No rules. It's from our friends at Carzone, and it's actually a shirt from Auto Madness.
Definitely. We've been there too. We're there regularly, also with the Honda.
If you want to spot us, check out the boys from 402. They organize great car shows. We'll probably be listed on their website if we're present, so definitely keep an eye on them. While Daniel finishes the dashboard, I'll replace the steering wheel. Guys, look at the difference. If all goes well, the size should be the same. Yeah, they're identical in size, but in terms of color, it's definitely an upgrade. I'm just gonna quickly take this detachable steering wheel off, because we just want to keep it. It's cool to remove the steering wheel during the race. Honda. So I'm going to loosen that, and then I'll transfer all of this over here. And hopefully we'll have a working horn again soon, because we got a new horn button from... It's just included with this set. It's just included. Awesome, man. And then we have a complete upgrade. Guys, totally hyped. Did you hear that, guys?
That was the glove compartment that Danielle put back, because that was really the last thing that still needed to be done. Are you even looking inside or something?
Yeah, handsome. Just like you, right? I can say that if someone looks like me. Anyway, look at this. It's awesome. Honestly, this is a complete transformation, really. Hazard, close everything up again. Next test, did we connect everything right? Yes or no? Don, start the ignition. And we'll just see if it works. Okay, turbo pressure gauge works, voltmeter works. This one starts below 0, while the other started above 0. So, something was displayed even with the engine off. Well, that one works. Heater.
Sailing, light switch, and rear window defroster all work. Clock, we need to set it, but I think this is so cool.
Cool, right? Yeah, really cool. But we're still missing something. Guys, what is it? Quite an important component, I think. Yeah, the steering wheel, and I really hope I mounted it straight.
The horn button was better, though still tricky. Daniel had to help with all those details.
I still want to finish this eventually, so just make a nice cover here. It's simple since you already have that spot. You want to secure it, right? A carbon plate with possible buttons? So just a flat plate, correct? That's enough, right? I was thinking of a plate that wraps around it like this. Yeah, I get what you mean. Next, secure it with 4 front screws. Grab the steering wheel. Are your hands still dirty? Yeah, well then wash your hands first. Dancha, I will too. Hands are washed. Steering wheel ready. Look at that color, guys. Yeah, it's great. Bam. Put your steering wheel straight. It's straight. Okay, my wheels are straight too. Look at that. Yeah, so that's right. And now the test. Does the horn work? Or does it keep honking with the ignition on? No, it works, it works, it works.
But it really sounds genuine. Such a Balinese little horn. Really a Balinese horn.
Yeah, it's past its prime. It still works here, and having a horn like that is pretty unique. The other one barely worked, right? This one's great. Yeah, it really honks. Come honk, Abby, come on. Oh, it's really like that. Toot, toot, toot. It's working, he's going. A lot has been picked up.
Because then, after that, Apostas.
So, I can...
That way something comes a bit closer to you.
Almost forgot. Of course, there can't be a full cartooning sticker missing on that car. He just can't help himself, you know? I also caught our trophy for a moment. No, look, he just can't help himself.
New dashboard, new steering wheel.
This car hasn't gotten this much attention all year. Except that it's actually washed regularly on the outside. We don't really do much on the inside, to be honest.
Because you don't see the inside that much, you mostly see the outside. That way, it immediately looks a lot neater. There's also a cartooning sticker on it.
What do you think of it? Location's good, right? Very good. Olipel was correct. Yeah, guys, don't expect this car to drive well right now. That's the last thing it does. It just doesn't drive well. We're really bummed about that, because it's an awesome car. It only gets cooler with all the modifications we're making. But it's also about time we actually start tuning it and fix that stalling problem. That sputtering and jerking show it's not a reliable car, which is why we've been taking it easy lately. Stepan, because, yeah, we're just really frustrated that it's just not a good running car. We're going to try to drive in an attention now, give it a quick rinse, and get some nice shots for you guys.
So that's what we're going to do. I'm curious if the car will start. Here is it.
Oh, wow.
It didn't go very smoothly, as you heard, but we're going to try anyway. Let's go. So I'm constantly keeping the gas on, otherwise it just stalls. Yeah, it's not normal.
But anyway, first impression on the public road. I was talking about the reflection in my window. It's actually not that bad, because we have a chameleon film on the front window. And it seems to catch all of that or something, so that's actually really nice.
On the other hand, this car is super stiff.
I need to get used to it again. When was it? 2 months ago we visited Aston, but we didn't really drive then. The car was only there so you all could see it. So we're going to Dank soon now. So we're just gonna spray off the car and fill up the tank because yeah, the tank is pretty empty too.
It's mostly just sitting still, so just a short drive. Yeah, of course I don't have a tachometer.
Yeah, I can tell. That's a nice phone.
Sure, I can turn that on for you. But that steering wheel feels so nice. Yeah, feel the steering wheel. Yeah, so smooth.
Satisfied? Yes. It comes closer to you too, right? That feels okay. We also have a dashboard app. Look at that. Check it out.
And then we let him sit there. Then let him read everything. Coolant temp is good, oil pressure perfect.
What kind of course? What of course?
Yes.
Well, we're going to modify it now, of course, to 600 horsepower. So it's getting a different manifold, different intercooler piping, maybe a different wastegate.
Yeah, then it will need to be tuned again, and hopefully during that tuning process we'll find out where this problem is coming from.
Maybe it's a leaking injector, or yeah, honestly, no idea. We've already ruled out some issues, like replacing the fuel pump. I'll go pick it up again.
The turbo pressure also drops out. Yeah, that's how it works. Oh yeah, now I remember that the brakes are actually really good on this thing. Yeah, right, those brake pedals, super hard. That's never the case, and now every time I get in, I just feel like, oh yeah. Well, we're going to get some gas, wash the car, and then we'll get back to you. Follow along for the test drive. It still sounds great, you know? This thing is just unreal.
You just forget how low this thing is, you know.
Wilk, it already does it under 5 bar. Yeah, but it was off, man. Yeah, unbelievable.
We still have some criticisms to address, but that's fine.
Fueled up and washed, we're outside at a beautiful photo shoot location. We actually come here more often because it's nice and quiet. What a gem, huh?
Take a look at the dashboard, guys. How cool is this?
This is exactly what I meant by that exclusivity, that thing some people have, that you just get that premium feeling because of a different colored dashboard.
Sporty steering wheel. If you want one like this, visit Full Car Tuning's website. We'll put the link below. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching this vlog and see you next time. Ciao!